Hey, Josh. Hey, Josh. We're back.
Josh, I better not see you on the streets, Josh. If I catch you on the streets, you already know what time it is, Josh.
Guess who's back?
Weezy back. Weezy back. Weezy back. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute. And we're back. Season 3, first show. In Ebony, we are outnumbered.
Yes.
By greatness.
Problem?
Outnumbered by greatness.
Where's everybody?
Was there a problem?
I'm just
it's because the women on here are bosses and they have boss women stuff to do.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Wait till I see you, Josh.
Look, men 2 cents as usual. Nothing changes.
Men 2 cents.
In case you missed the phonics part, it says my. It says my.
Not men.
It says my.
Really, we doing that?
Majority rules.
Well, look,
all day, every day.
Let's start the show out with some love, Miles. This tells you that in all things that you do them with excellence. The White sent this to us. Check it out.
1, 2, 3, I know beats like ABC. I come up, they hate to see. I may believe till they believe. I came up to major leagues. Say you blind, but wait and see. This so easy. 1, 2, 3, or ABC from A to
Peace.
Man,
he said,
"I'm going to get his that box of popcorn is going to be a heart attack waiting to happen. A clogged.
That's how I like my popcorn.
That's going to be. Hey, you better not eat that popcorn. That popcorn is saturated in
times
butter.
that I don't bring my own popcorn in, I always ask them to layer the popcorn, and he has perfected the art of layering the butter in the popcorn, and I can appreciate that.
Yes, I do.
He's not just a preparer, he's a partaker.
That
was pure artistry.
How do you know, Dana?
It really was, but I don't care.
Educated guess.
I don't care what kind of artistry is displayed behind the popcorn maker. The kid don't buy movie food under no circumstances. I just don't.
Oh, okay, go ahead and tell us why.
That junk too expensive.
Miss Mawkins, this is I'm gonna give you the truncated version of this story. Truncated version.
I have a feeling this has something to do with Tasha. Go ahead.
Right, but it's 100% unequivocally true. 100%. Tasha and I are like on our second date. We go into the Falls movie theater. I done already paid for the tickets. We get into the Falls movie theater, and she's like, "Ooh, I like some popcorn." So at this point, like I said, Miles has a personal policy. He don't buy no movie food. And I thought about it. I said, well, I guess we're going to find out today if this relationship going to be going forward or it's not. I turned to her. I said, listen, sweetheart, I take you anywhere you want to go to eat afterwards. I take you to Chili's. I take you to Fridays. At that time, Bennigan's was still open. I take you to Bennigan's. But a kid just don't buy movie food. I'm sorry. It's too expensive. I don't. I feel like I'm being ripped off. Fast forward 20 years later, we married and still together. So I guess it worked.
Cheers to
20 years. Cheers.
Cheers to you and Tasha for putting up with you.
And Rose will tell you, I am a self-proclaimed cheap bastard. That I am.
Okay.
You're thrifty.
Now, don't you ever repeat them words ever again.
I am a presence. Sir, you can call me frugal. You can call me economical. You can call me whatever.
Until you put a pair of Jordans in front of him. You put a pair of Jordans in front of him, you lose his ever-loving mind.
Right.
Here's
now, I won't tell that story, but yes.
Here's where I'm going to argue with you. Because, see, here's the thing, Miles. Me being my size, I know that I have to pay extra for the shorts and shirts and pants and all them other things. But what I do know, Miles, is that when I go into the store and it's not on the shelf because you got it on, that means you paid money for that stuff, Miles.
Only basketball shorts, sir. Only basketball shorts.
It don't matter.
Your suits too.
Your suits too.
Your suits. No, sir. It's not just basketball shorts.
However, though, that popcorn dude needs to be on Food Network. He really does.
Yeah, he
like that. He need to be challenging Bobby Frey.
That gentleman needs a raise, and he might need a managerial position.
He did a tape with Steph Curry about popcorn. It was pretty cool.
That's what's up.
Now that Belinda is here, I think we can go ahead.
Why are you raising your voice when you say that?
And have this conversation.
Welcome back, Belinda.
Thank you. Where are you? On the beach? What's going on?
Yeah, we're down in Florida. Don't worry about it.
Nice.
Speaking of beach, our first topic.
Oh Lord!
Wait a minute. What do I have to do with
professional women are suing Hulu for their docu-series on Freaknik.
Got to be more careful.
You know what?
Right.
Right. That's it right there.
Dollar bill, y'all.
That's it right there.
The funny thing is, like, our generation, we always pride ourselves at saying, man, if we had cell phones back in our days, oh man, we would be in trouble.
Yep.
And then all them big old shoulder aching camcorders with them tapes are now being converted into a docuseries about the one thing that we did not have. Now everybody's like, wait, you got a minute, you got what? Wait, hold on, and so the thing I find so funny is that, like, so all of us, and I'll never forget, Luke said the same thing during his documentary of Two Live Crew. He was like, when you go to like these concerts, when you go to these concerts of like the Beatles and Fleetwood Mac and all these classic rocks, he said, who do you see? He said, you see doctors, lawyers, and, you know, all these entrepreneurs and everything. And he said, in 20 years at a Two Live Crew reunion tour, he said, who you think you're gonna see? And the dude was like, he got quiet. Luke was like, doctors, lawyers, entrepreneurs, and everything, and what have you.
Everybody can evolve. What's that?
and so now, but the point I'm making is that now the lawyer aspect of that conversation is coming into play, because they're like, yeah, Your Honor, hold on a second. We need a sidebar. That was not me in there.
It was
I think they just want to get paid. I mean, if you're gonna use my footage, I should get paid, right?
Look, they like they was fighting CRT, they fighting FPT, Freaknik Party Time.
Right. We know they ain't signed nothing. Here's the interesting part of my household. My household, it wasn't The first words out of my wife's mouth wasn't, I want
wait a minute. Can I tell my story? I mean,
hey, I'm waiting on you to
watch this
together.
together.
You take the floor because I know you was there.
You tell your story. Don't tell my story. Let me tell my story. That's all I'm asking.
What did you see?
I know you were
tell
there.
my story. That's all I'm saying.
Mr. Martins, I know you were there too, and I want to hear these stories. I want to hear. So
everybody doesn't know about that.
I ain't got nothing to contribute to this particular segment except I want to hear it. Tell me.
I got the tapes.
I was that popcorn guy.
I got the tapes from Freaknik.
I don't know what happened to my Black Beach Daytona.
I got the tapes from Freaknik.
But wherever
I got the tapes from Black Beach Weekend because I was the girl who walked around with the VHS camera. My line name was Spike Lee for a reason. So I documented everything. There isn't anything I don't have on a VHS tape. Now, what I'm not going to do
now with all that bass. That's all I want to know.
You know what I'm saying? Say it with your chest, Jessica.
What were they doing in California while we were out here having a good time on the East Coast?
We was out there on the East Coast. Shit.
What y'all doing on the West Coast?
Please.
Hey, Roy, to that
point. Roy was in Atlanta.
Roy, to that point.
Roy was in Atlanta? The Freaknik?
Hey, I had a couple of homeboys from LA that came to Hampton, and they was like, man, the first time we went to a party out in Hampton, he said, man, we looked at the clock and it was like 2:30, 3 o'clock. We was like, man, these Negroes know how to party, man. God, dog. Like we be like at 2 o'clock, they be back at the crib. And I said, what you talking about? Until I went out there, and no lie. Last call at 1:30, you out the door at 2.
I'm telling you,
because what really happens is they operate off the East Coast time. They function off of East Coast timing.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Miami is a very unique place because I remember experiencing that in college, going to Tallahassee to see Jamie, and then being like, oh yeah, last call and 2 o'clock. And I'm like, 2 o'clock, what? Like, what is happening at 2 o'clock? Because like 2 o'clock, my second win. You know what I'm saying? We cranking up to the next level at 2. Like it was Miami.
First time I saw that in LA, I was like, man, no wonder y'all got a game problem. I said, y'all kick all the drunk people out onto the streets and be like, go home. Exactly. And then next thing you know, somebody bump into somebody and it's like, yo, what set you claim? And it's like, pow, pow, pow. I was like, no wonder y'all killing
Well, my thoughts on the documentary is that number one, it's a documentary, it's not a movie. So documentary but they fall under a different layer of protection. It's almost like news. You could be walking past a camera and be on the 6 o'clock news. You're not seeking any type of lawsuit. So they framed it as a documentary. So even if it comes out ratchet, they framed it as a documentary. So what I do know is it was a lot of wild stuff going on at Freaknik. They did not call it Freaknik instead of a picnic in the park for nothing.
I'm just very disappointed and upset that I wasn't born a little bit earlier so I could attend.
But then you go to Black Beach Weekend? You didn't go to Black Beach Weekend?
I don't think.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you now. Here's my confession. I've been to Kappa Beach Party. I've been to Kapalua. I've been to Mardi Gras. I've been to what else? This is another event that I've been to. I've been to everything, but I did not make it to Freaknik. I did not make it to Black Beach Weekend. Me and my partners were on the way to Black Beach Weekend,
my pearls.
And we turned around, and that's the one regret that I have from college that we didn't see that.
Why did y'all turn around?
Because we left late on a Friday. It was kind of like on a whim, and we driving from Grambling all the way to Daytona. And they were like, we got like the Jackson or like 2 hours out, and we were like, and they were like, man, nah, we ain't finna do this. And I didn't fight hard enough. I should have fought harder. I should have been like, man, listen, we gonna make some real memories. I should have, and I hate that I did not do that. Like because I've been to just about everything. I was too young to go to Freaknik, so I got to pass on that one because that was going on while I was in high school, so I couldn't do that.
Look, like we said, we are glad there's no cell phones and stuff like that back in the day.
And I'm trying to tell you.
I'm trying to tell you.
I'm gonna show you. I'll show y'all some footage in the let out today. I'll show you footage of Black Beach Weekend.
That's what I want to see.
Jessica, I believe I had a video camera for Black Beach Weekend, but I don't know. I couldn't tell you where that video camera is.
Harry got arrested up there for that, for Black Beach Weekend.
Stop putting that man business out on the street.
My bad. But at any rate, Labor Day weekend. Same thing.
Thank you, Bobby. Switching topics. Jonathan.
No, we should really talk about this the whole show now. Come on now.
What, Freaknik or Jonathan?
Yes.
Oh Lord. Don't mind him, Jessica.
Thank you, Bobby. You in your entanglements and chandeliers and
I forgot who you were talking to.
Adjacent to and all that other stuff. Little nasty boy.
Funny. That is funny. So Jonathan Majors came out this week and through his attorneys disclosed that they have video footage of what really happened and that his girlfriend was allegedly in his closet when he got home the following day after the incident and had taken too many sleeping pills. So he called the police and had her rushed to the hospital.
So he saved her life.
Dana, you stupid. And you're like, and why?
There's so many angles or so many different stories to this story. Like, what's the real?
Look at man.
I'm lost.
Look at.
Well, who he's messing with?
You deal with them. You get what you get.
He's still being a superhero.
He's saving people, Dana.
That's my dog.
He can't get out of character, Dana.
From that crazy show he was on, I forgot the name of it, but
that show was excellent.
Oh my God, Dana said
that show was really good.
Somebody said, why every time he take a picture, he got to have pouty mouth? Thank you, Bobby, for pulling that back up.
Bobby, please stop.
I think somebody be calling him. Be like,
Dana, what do you do? Somebody called Dana.
Oh my goodness.
Oh God. After 15 years, Trick goes to the dentist.
Oh, look at Trick.
Trick love them teeth. I couldn't believe. Now that's one I never would have thought. I never would.
Now here's the question: Are you going to treat Trick like you treated Plies after he got rid of his teeth? That's the question.
Trick from the crib. So
he put that mask on, was smelling his own breath with them gold.
Exactly. Exactly. Every time he opened up his mouth, it was some green fawn just came out of it.
Horrible.
Just don't close your computer mouth. That's all.
Ebony never thought Trick would mature. Oh, look at that, Ebony. We all over.
Love them teeth.
Like Dr. Battle said. Dr. Battle said that we all
those teeth are porcelain teeth.
They look good though. They do.
They don't look nothing like. What's that other boy who got his teeth done and he looks like a rat?
I know you're not talking about Plies.
Girl, I'm not even putting his name in my mouth no more. I'm not talking about Plies.
Jessica fell out with Plies?
I'm talking about old boy from the athletic show.
Oh, you talking about Shannon Crowder?
Yeah.
His teeth are too big. His teeth are too big. That's why.
Yeah, he do. Yeah.
Trick looks good with his teeth. That's good, Trick.
Trick, them real teeth, like I guarantee you, like they were like black.
Well, he said he hadn't gone to the dentist in 15 years.
They were decayed underneath there.
And to the point where his bone, and you know what? That affects your heart, you know.
Yeah. Affects the heart, affects the brain.
It affects conversations. It affects so much.
Shout out to Trick for getting it done. What is Dana doing?
We was doing the heart, the brain. I was going to look. Yeah, I forget I got a 2-year-old.
Trick, you look good. Keep it up. Take care of yourself out there.
Yes, I love it.
Hey, but
Dana.
Stupid.
Oh, so, E40.
They kicked E40 out. Oh man,
him out.
He's an icon. How they gonna kick him out?
Right.
They said leave or get arrested.
My dog was at a basketball game. They say he was doing too much for the Dubs.
What happened?
Because that's his thing. He's a huge Golden State Warrior fan because he's from the Bay. So now Golden State is in an intense playoff series with the Sacramento Kings, which is actually good.
It's a great series.
It's a great series. Golden State won last night to kind of close the gap, bring the series to 2-1. And I can't remember if that was. I think that was the first game. The first game, they say he was doing too much and had some belligerent actions towards a Caucasian woman fan, and they kindly escorted him out. So,
but when you saw I don't know what he said, but when you saw the footage, it didn't look like it was like it was justified for kicking him out of the game, unless he just said something.
I don't know, Roy. I didn't hear obviously what he said, and nor did I see any footage. I just saw his statement afterwards.
Yeah, well, if you saw the footage, the fan said something to him.
Yeah.
That said something to him first. That's the interesting part.
He said that it was between him and a white woman.
Yeah, he did. I know that
security assumed that his input in was worse than her.
Well, I mean, we all know the narrative that has been promulgated through American society from the beginning of time. Black men are dangerous.
They were in Sacramento.
Yeah, black men are dangerous. Black men are dangerous. Whether if a black man in a suit is dangerous, a black man that's a doctor is dangerous, a black man that's walking the street is dangerous, a black man with gold is dangerous, a black man with dreads is dangerous, a black man that has glasses on is dangerous, a black man that might be slightly overweight is dangerous, a black man that works out and has good physical physique is dangerous, an intellectual black man is dangerous.
Them the worst. Those are the most dangerous.
A black man who wears 3X pants, who's got a long, extensive vocabulary.
Hey, look, you don't know whether he got on long, short pants or short, long pants.
Right.
He's dangerous.
And the other one, John Wick, he really dangerous.
Black man that's a pilot, dangerous.
Right.
Black man that's retired from the prison system, dangerous. Black man that just crossed the burning sands, dangerous.
Bro, that's you know what? I see that. I like.
I love it. Yes, we welcomed Roy while we were on hiatus to greet them.
Welcome to the D9. You are divine.
You was crossing.
Yes.
Let me hear you. Let me hear you, Roy.
Cheers to you, honey. Cheers to you. Cheers to you.
Hey, let me tell you something though. One day my wife was taking the kids to the school, right? And she backed up and I rolled down.
Here we go.
She backed up and pulled the car back in the driveway. She said,
She was excited now. Don't let that coolness fool you. She was excited, okay?
Nasty.
Can I tell my own story?
Nasty. We're talking about me being nasty. She said, well, I'm gonna let him bite me in all the right places. Ooh.
She has not stopped smiling since, boy. Look at her. Bobby, go back. Go back.
Thank you, Bobby. So, our Atlanta sources say that Jamie Foxx is coming along and that he made it to care within a fraction of time, which increases his chances of a full recovery.
What was the problem, Ms. Watkins? I know that he was suffering from some health complications, but I don't know the details.
I'll let you know in the let out.
Okay, for sure. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah. So we'll continue to pray for him and his full recovery.
Yes.
Got to pray for Steaming Willie Beeman.
That's right.
Yes, Big George. Have you all seen the trailers for this?
I have.
Not yet.
He was gonna be a pastor.
Oh, he was a pastor.
Oh, he was a pastor.
Yes, he went back to boxing because he wasn't making any money as a pastor.
Right.
Well, he never stopped being a pastor. He just became a boxer.
Right.
Well, we were saying full time, Dana. Wait, thank you, Bobby. Dana.
Dana, stop.
You saying full time.
Man, you so stupid.
Oh God, I love it.
What's wrong with you?
Hey, but look, I know it might not be this show, but we got to get on this Mark Taylor dude. Oh, he got me hot. Oh, that it's a trainer. He trained a lot of black athletes.
Yeah, you talking about the trainer who trained.
Forgot about that. But you know, though, Danny, he's about to get his though. I mean, the way
look, but he's not getting it like he should be getting it. That's my
maybe, but
they
reacted and responded quickly to that, though, Dana.
Who responded quickly to that?
Bring everybody up to speed about the recorded conversation.
Well, he's a trainer. He trained a lot of African American athletes, and he's been with football with
University of Georgia, University of Alabama.
Sweeney. He's been with all the top, like Florida, Georgia, and he came out about lynching blacks and shooting them and going hunting and all this. And this it's been about a week and a half.
Is this the same one who was talking about the red zone?
About the what?
The red zone?
Yeah.
Throwing about the what?
Yeah, because he was talking about Atlanta and how Atlanta has changed.
Yeah, Atlanta too black for him. Don't come down there.
And Miles, if your boy would have just came out and said something about it,
I don't know. You know what? I don't know.
I would have given him a pass for everything in the past. But neither him nor Shannon has said anything.
No, because it's not. Here's the thing.
Apparently, our social media is a lot more updated than they are. Because come on, man.
They're not. Here's why. Because I think when you're at a Shannon Sharp and a Stephen A. Smith level, sometimes you can go out and say something about somebody and elevate that story and give it legs. That's why they didn't do it.
But I think Dana is saying that it should have legs and it should be elevated.
When they talk about okay, we gonna keep it real. I'm from the hood. I'm this. I'm that. And when you just ignore this story, Marcellus Wiley, he did like a 30.
Marcellus ain't got no job. That's why.
But the thing is, Roy, this is my thing. Either you're gonna be who you say you are, you're not.
I agree.
So if you want credibility,
I agree.
You got to do something that's gonna make you credible.
I agree.
So you can't just keep towing the line and jumping back and forth across the fence. You can't kill whatever. Talk about Jalen Hurts. Oh, maybe he should or shouldn't deserve that money, and you just ignore this story when I know you got the same social media everybody else got.
That's right.
True. Are we?
That's true.
I don't know, Dana, and I don't disagree with your sentiment. My only question would be: do we know for a fact that he did not?
See, Miles, no, stop right there. You always ask a question when somebody brings something up there. You always gotta ask a question, Miles.
Miles, let me tell you. I
don't. I mean, I watched, and I don't watch the whole first tape.
Come on, dog. You know he's up on the story.
Miles, I'm so
up on every story out there.
I'm so obsessed and irritated with the story that I Google every day. Mark Taylor, Stephen A. Smith.
That's why you got that.
Nothing comes up.
Nothing comes up.
Because you know what? I deal with young black kids, and I know we send them these trainers.
Yeah.
And they piggyback off our kids.
Yes.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Well, here's what they are. They're cultural vultures. That's what they are.
And that's why.
He was on several of his social media. He was posing next to black kids at different, you
got all these. Remember when Obama was
affiliated with
Reverend Wright, and they made Obama come out. So now you got all these coaches from Georgia, Florida, Alabama. I'm gonna see if they make them disassociate themselves with this coach.
Right.
Well, that was going to be my next statement. That was going to be my next statement, Dana. And I'm not trying to detract from the Stephen A. angle of your perspective, but I was looking to see which prominent head college football coach was going to come out and speak out against that. And I don't recall hearing Nick Saban, Dabo Sweeney,
exactly,
Kirby Smart,
exactly,
Urban Meyer. I don't recall hearing anybody say anything about
that. They
that.
got the complexion for protection, like I always say.
The season's about to start, so they're not going to be taught because that's a distraction for their program. What they'll probably won't do is mess with them. Watch. They're not going to.
Well, Roy, I know it. I mean, he's gonna get the Brett Favre treatment. I already know that.
They won't mess with him.
They're not going to talk about it. But at the same time, the more they do that, the more we should see that. Okay, we got to keep it real because they sweep it under the rug. You know what I'm saying? We got to Stephen A. Oh, I'm gonna keep it real. Oh, this. Okay, so protect like they protect.
Bro, all he's
Let me ask you, do you think that he was speaking that way where like he just hates black people, or was he just being comfortable with the people who he was around? I'm asking that to say, if there were a camera with you and you were with your friends, would you have 100% nice things to say about people who don't look like you?
But I mean, Jessica, I may or may not say certain. I mean, I really don't feel it because people that look like me and people that don't look like me have saved my life and I've saved their life. So I'm in a different aspect. I'm in a different area. But for him to say, okay, he pull up to a young lady in a car, say, we would hang you from that tree.
But he's making money off of them. Dana's not making money off of those people. He's making goobs and gobs of money off of them. And then he's also degrading them as well.
But let
me take that back. Let me take that question back because I didn't hear anything about him telling a black young lady that he was going.
Yeah, but that's how the whole clip started. That's how the whole clip started.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. The comments that I heard had nothing to do with someone dying. It was derogatory words about girls that were black and his players and what their preference was.
It morphed into so much more because he started to talk, like Ebony said, he started to talk about the city of Atlanta and how it's too black and how don't come down here, man. Look at all of this stuff. And he's flipping the camera around. And the thing is, Jessica, it's not like, Ms. Mawkins, it's not like it was accidentally caught, like the situation in Oklahoma, which I don't know if we were going to talk about that, where it's like he got caught with a live mic. No, this was recorded by him. By his people, like people that was in the car with him, and he knew he was on camera, and he still proceeded to spew that derogatory racial rhetoric. He still continued to do that. So, so like I said, I'm very curious to see the ramifications from a professional perspective that will occur in the future with these college football coaches, and are they going to disassociate? Because see. The issue is the issue is when you see these things, when you see these actions, these people need to suffer the financial consequences. They need to be hit in the pocket. Because as Dana said, and as T said, they're making money off of the black athlete infrastructure. That's what they're making the boatload of their income. And so once that's taken away from them,
well, here's the bigger question, though, Miles. The bigger question is not if the coach is going to leave him alone, or the players going to leave him alone.
I mean,
if you don't have no players, you can't have no coaches.
So the players, I believe the players will leave him alone. The problem is going to be everybody on the periphery accepting it. The coaches, the trainers of all these different big five schools.
I don't even know what that means.
So the problem becomes.
Well, periphery. You said periphery. Hold on.
Is that on the outside? Is that what it means?
Outside. And so therefore, what tends to happen is, and here's the other thing. He will probably more than likely reinvent himself in another manner and still be able to do so. Hold on. Mark Furman did the same thing. Mark Furman reinvented himself as an author. And as long as you have an audience of people who agree with the rhetoric that you're spewing, you good.
He'll be on DeSantis' team next week.
Lateef, my thing is that they, I guess, they're opportunistic of our forgiving nature.
Yes,
absolutely.
And the thing about it is that
that's on us. And that's on us. Like exactly. We have to be the ones
That's exactly what I just said.
This dude career should be done.
And be like, nah.
And see, it's not my perception of the people that he helped get there. How many people he did dirt to that could have been there?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what and like I say, this story right here, it hit me personally because I know kids I've sent to different training facilities, different that. So now it puts me in a Muhammad Ali state of mind where he say, okay, if it's 1,000 snakes coming at you and 200 of them is for you, but they're not willing to show that they're 40, you got to treat all 1,000 like they're against you.
Right.
And it's sad, but we got to be vigilant. Right. That's the sad part about it.
You're 100% correct.
Okay, I'm done.
Good job, Dana.
Jessica, call me.
So, Coach Prime, he's back at HBCU soon with Mega Camp. He's partnering with Bubba McDowell at Prairie View. Is it Prairie View? Yes, Prairie View.
Yeah, Prairie View.
Yeah.
What are those other schools?
But I like this because this is the part that people don't realize
There's only one HBCU there.
I don't know. I don't recognize.
There's only one, but the reality is that when Deion shows up, he shows up and shows out, and I think that kind of got lost in the sauce of what he really has done for HBCUs, even in the midst of him leaving. And so he always finds a way to give back. I like that about him. He's gonna always elevate somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't really partner with the HBCU.
Yeah, it's at Prairie View.
It's at Prairie View.
At Prairie View.
Okay.
And with Coach McDowell, which is Bubba, who's a former University of Miami player.
Yeah, so University of Miami safe.
And at this point, Deion Sanders don't have to do that.
No, he doesn't, which is why there's an interest in the story.
And that's the thing about it. You learn to, once you start separating Deion from being the player to being the coach and the man and the mentor. And what they say about Mike Tomlin, that's why Mike Tomlin they call him MOM, M-O-M, motivator of men. So that's what Deion is gravitating to, and you got to appreciate that, and you got to, you know what I'm saying?
You got to acknowledge it.
Yeah, I think Belinda did this one, didn't she?
No.
Oh, yes, you did. Yes, you did. Juvenile heads to a tiny desk near you.
That's right. NPR.
Oh, yes.
They run out of artists.
Wow.
Yeah, because I will say this to your point. Thank you, Bobby. Trina just finished her.
Yes.
Yeah. And there has been a nice little evolution of the title.
That was actually a good thing, though, man.
It was good.
Yeah, I agree. I
think Juvenile is gonna be good too.
I think the other thing that
he got some hits. He definitely got some hits.
Yeah,
I mean,
got a couple. Go ahead, Miles. I'm sorry.
No, I was gonna say I'm a Florida native son, but as a Louisiana affiliate, he's huge, man. That whole era.
Did we see him in concert?
Huh?
Did we go see him in concert? I think we did, didn't we?
I've seen him in concert.
No, didn't we? Didn't we go see him in concert?
No, we are Team Jeezy. He
wasn't at that concert with Jeezy. Not this one, but the one in Fort Lauderdale.
No.
Oh.
We are Team Snowman. That's who we are.
Well, we know that, Miles.
That's who we always go see together.
Ms. Markins, and don't you ever forget that. We are Team Snowman.
Okay.
No, you are Measy Battle.
The interesting thing about Juvenile going to NPR, Tiny Desk, is that he didn't even know what it was.
No.
A fan sent a tweet and said, "Would you do it?" His response was, "What is that?" And then they educated him.
He doesn't realize that NPR and Tiny Little Desk can resurrect his career.
Yeah.
That's what he doesn't
Well,
realize.
now he does because he's all for it.
Yeah, he gonna get some checks.
After the fact, though, Belinda. That's after the fact.
Yeah,
he had awakening like who was it? Chris Brown at the award show.
Oh yeah, who's that?
Who's Robert Glasper? Huh?
Right.
Juvenile got some hits.
Why is he in this category?
I mean,
he won. He beat me.
It's so ironic too because every time I hear "Back That Thing Up," I think to myself, Man, that song came out in 1999. And it's still
Cash
every
Money
bit
taking
as
over
popular.
for the 99s in the 2000s.
Hey, it's still every bit as popular now, like on a party circuit, wedding, whatever. It's still every bit as popular now as it was back then.
Like,
the funny thing about that,
slow motion is popular still.
The
funny
thing about that is the backstory with Manny Fresh, and he talks about how Cash Money Records and how they were trying to promote each one of the artists and get them going.
What they did?
And so they did Lil Wayne, and then they said, so now we moving on to Juvenile. He said, so we got to try and figure out how can we bring him out. And he said, so I got that orchestra. And he said, I got that. And he said, and then I needed something that'll hit. And so he said, and he said, it'll just back that thing up.
Man, when the song comes on, though, when that song comes on, that first.
It kills it.
You already know what time it is.
Me and all my friends running to the stage.
Because if you are ever in a club, and that song comes on, everybody starts swaying, and then when that beat hit, everybody drops about to see all this gyrating.
Hey, I did a travel study program in Mexico where I spent like 3 weeks.
Travel study program.
Yeah, travel study and
I studied abroad for 3 weeks in Mexico, Miles.
Studying in Mexico.
We were in a club in Saltillo, Mexico.
That's what you were studying.
We were in a club in Saltillo, Mexico. That beat dropped, and the whole club went crazy. I don't even know if they knew all the words or whatnot, but everybody knew what to do.
They knew.
Everybody knew
excited about how he's going to present.
And I ain't just talking about all the people that had the same skin complexion as me. I'm talking about everybody in
music
the club
is universal.
knew exactly what.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, Miles, if they would have played that song in Tulum when I was over there going,
oh my goodness!
Where's that clip, Bobby?
It would have been a rap. I'd have been.
Bobby, find that clip.
Yeah. Bobby, get that clip for next week.
Yes. But I want to see Juvenile's range because you have to present a certain way at NPR. You can't just come with your old stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I really want to see. I'm excited to see how he's gonna
be. I think he's gonna be all right, man. I think. Juvenile probably might have been the. I don't know if this is a compliment. He might have been the least ghetto of all of the hot boys.
The guy who studied in Mexico.
Look, a lot of them doing time.
And then had like drug issues and stuff. Like you never heard about that.
He had drug issues.
Yeah, that's what
been an addict though.
You never heard about that from Juvenile. Juvenile didn't have no,
I don't know if he like did anything astute business wise. Like if he after his career, like did he do right by his money? Did he take care of his money? Did he invest? And
wasn't he the one who did the COVID-19 vaccine?
He did. Yeah, he did do that. He did.
Yeah, I mean, you never really heard him in no crazy negative.
No, you're right. You're You're absolutely right about that.
Like Birdman and
terrible.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Terrible.
This dude. So this is this. So on top of it being a horrific story from the beginning, the part that kills me is that after he got shot, he went to 2 houses and nobody would help him. The 3rd house he went to, people came out and helped him. And even then, they told him to back up. And he was like, I'm just going to sit on the ground here in the middle of the road. And then
I was able to hear what that 3rd house had to say. She did an exclusive interview with TMZ. I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before. And she said they told her not to open the door because there was an active, she called 911. There was an active shooter. And so when you're in your house, you call 911 because someone is at your door in duress.
Right.
And they tell you, based on your address, there's an active shooter. If you open the door,
right,
that person may shoot you and your family as well, because that person who they shot is at your door.
Right.
It didn't make me feel better about the situation, but it did provide some clarity around why help was not aided.
He didn't get the assistance that he should have got.
Person versus waiting for someone to come to him.
Absolutely.
The lady could not stop crying. She couldn't stop crying. She said, I listened to them as long as I could, and I could not allow him to be outside like that anymore. And that's when she ran outside and told her son to throw her towels because he had been shot.
Yep.
She said that she felt like she did not act quickly enough. Also, she added she is new to the neighborhood.
Right. Everybody else is,
That's interesting context.
But did you hear his did you hear the shooter's grandson?
I absolutely did.
I didn't. What?
He said his granddaddy is a racist.
I did.
The grandson said that about the granddaddy.
Yeah, he's a racist, and that all he did in his house was listen to Fox News, and that he felt as if that whole cycle of news perpetuated him to be the person that he is right now. Violent.
Oh, okay. That's what his grandson said, Ms. Marcus?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
how old is his
grandson? Fox News had to pay like $785 million.
Yep.
That's a lot of money for the lawsuit. Damn.
Hey, and hey, look, I posted this on Facebook. Don't let your mouth write a check that your ass can't cash.
Don't let your alligator mouth get your canary ass in trouble.
Got an alligator mouth and a hummingbird.
Mouth
right.
right.
I do want to add this to this story. For him to be home days after, for him, let's put it in context. What happened?
Absolutely.
And you're home, not because your mother is a nurse. You didn't get discharged because your mother was a nurse. That's not why
no nothing. You just discharged and you back at home. Chilling.
You're back at home healing.
Well, it's like the aunt said, the outcome that this man wanted is not going to be the outcome.
Right. But that's just the pure unadulterated grace and favor of God.
That's where I was going. That is exactly where I was going.
His guardian angels were on their job that day. His guardian angels were on their job that day.
He shot to kill. He didn't shoot to injure.
Right.
He meant to kill.
He shot to kill twice.
Yes.
Yeah. He shot him in the head.
Absolutely. Talking about he in the head or a big black on his
now, did he bail out of jail? I mean, did he bail out, Dana? Or bond out?
I think he got released initially, but I think they arrested him again.
Okay. I thought they arrested him again, but he got out.
Well, I'm not sure. When I tell y'all I've been on this Mark Taylor garbage it's
kind of a little obsessed.
Oh yeah, I am, because when you train kids and you
Bobby is in my ear and he said we're not going back.
I'm gonna call you, Dana. I'm gonna call you.
Jessica, call me.
Dana.
Look
we're not gonna go down that story right
now. But to the old man, I mean, even though he went home and he was able to go home, it really resonates with me that you're able to shoot somebody, a black person, twice and still be able to get home and eat your dinner and stuff like that. And then you go, and then you
call it supper, 6 o'clock supper.
Right, supper. And then you go to the arraignment and you plead not guilty, and then you take your ass back home. So for me, so for me, being the type dude I am, I'll go knock on his door.
No, you won't.
Oh,
John Wick.
No, you're not. You're not doing that. I appreciate your story, but let's Bobby's not in my ear at this point. I'm telling you, that's not where this conversation is going. We're not inserting ourselves into that. Dana.
The captain wants to start a riot.
Yeah, come on.
All right, Bobby.
Start a riot.
Hey, Captain, call me, Captain.
Sometimes that's what it takes.
The helicopters flying over
the violent approaches that the black women, the violent approaches that the black women have been taking lately.
That's the 7
have been quite successful.
That's the 701 talk.
Hey, Miss Markins, isn't that your favorite song though?
What's that?
Pull out the stick. Pull out the stick.
Yeah, that's what we were saying earlier, Joshua. That's what the son said, the grandson said.
That's what Captain wants to do. Captain wants to pull out the stick.
I know he does. I just want to pull back.
That's like the reality.
Our black women haven't been pulling out the stick, but they've been putting these sticks on people, and they've been getting their point across.
Did he so he was able to bond out? He did bond out and go home?
Yeah, they let him out like 3 times.
On an attempted murder charge? How did he get a bond? Dana. Dana.
Basil, what's the next story? Because
Bobby.
Dana, how do you get a bond on attempted murder charge?
Complexion for
protection. There wasn't a charge at first, though.
Complexion for protection, baby.
Interesting.
And then they said that he said there were no words exchanged, but the dude, the young boy, the young man, clearly stated he was like, get from around here.
He didn't say he probably N-word.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I believe it.
What's going on with Michael Irvin?
Michael Irvin can't cover the NFL Network draft because of the alleged. Yeah, so he's not able to cover the NFL draft.
But and I thought he was cleared of everything.
No, they still got him suspended. And just me and my wife talked about this other day. Just the danger of being accused of something, especially as a black man, being accused of something that you know you didn't do.
I'm about to say that's
all it takes.
That's dangerous.
That's all it takes.
Hey, so y'all know I travel a lot, and to this day,
you know what I'm saying.
To this day, I remember one day it took me like an hour to get up to my room because I will not get on the elevator with
people. Just say people. With people. There you go.
It's like literally like I press the button. I pressed the button and I was standing there and the doors open and I was about to step in and like 2 ran on and I was like, and they was like, come on, we got room. And I was like, no, I gotta go. Yeah. I kept pressing the button.
I gotta go to Cracker Barrel for dinner.
And I kept pressing it. And no lie, it took me. I was gonna walk the stairs.
I was getting ready to say, sir, there is another option. Why didn't you just do that?
So when you're in 4 or 5 star hotels,
you be on the 18th floor.
The stairs let out to the outside, and there's no way to get access to go up. You have to use the elevator.
So you are the captain. All you got to do is walk to the employee.
The captain.
The
captain.
I'm the captain.
You see this? Like this is.
I'm the captain.
Yeah, they don't see captain. They see
captive.
Captain, I would like to see if maybe in the future, maybe you have someone from the concierge desk to escort you, give them a tip, ask them to assist you with your bags up to your room.
Exactly.
Okay?
That's what we're going to start doing.
We're not going to allow you to continue to stand out and wait for the elevator.
Look, you ain't just going to
over an hour. You need your rest.
You hear my sister? Just listen. That's my sister talking right now.
Just go ahead and give him or her $5. Ask the you said you were in a 4 or 5 star hotel. There are concierge there.
You're right there.
I need you to walk me up to my room. Thank you. Just that little bag right there. Get that little bag right there. The little bag. I know I could carry it in one hand. I know I can do that. But you just go ahead and walk me on up to my room.
Oh my God, Jessica.
Look at Dana.
It's the drink.
The show drink.
Look,
show drink.
You can't really taste the alcohol, so
right, Josh.
Josh said that Andrew Lester bonded out $200,000.
$200,000.
He pled not guilty. But Bobby said we're not going back to that story.
Yeah.
We'll be on it next week because
it's going to be ongoing.
Yes, thank you.
He looked like the Hunchback of Notre Dame, so hopefully
he does.
Yes, he does.
Yes, sir. Let's go, Magic.
Go, Magic.
Go.
So Magic is a part of a group, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's purchasing.
He don't have all the $7 billion, but he could put something on it.
Put something on it. Let me put something on it. Let me put something on it.
But I think that's also a smart way. I mean, just because you have the money doesn't mean that you got to spend the money.
Oh, no. It's called partnership and it's called diversifying liability. Absolutely.
Right.
He's also
been doing this thing for a while. Magic is
right.
Yes, he really has. I remember when we lived in LA
business though,
and I was there. I think it might have been 1999 or 2000. And he owned that Starbucks. And when I tell you, I was in there with all them black people. We were just in there just because a black person owned it.
Yeah.
Do you remember that same staff won the lottery? Remember that?
Yes, I do.
Magic has been under the radar doing his thing, and
Starbucks because all I could
Magic hired. He had a Starbucks right in LA. It was all black staff.
Right.
Yeah, it was in
Maryland. They won the lottery.
Wow.
Man.
He had Starbucks and the movies theater.
Listen,
I know he had the movie
Burger.
Yeah.
Remember Fat Burger next door?
I did.
That was good.
Turkey burger.
Is good.
The turkey burger at
they had that popcorn dude working fries, so you know.
And they also had a Magic Johnson theater in Harlem. I'm almost certain it was in Harlem as well.
So there's one in Harlem and there's one in Maryland.
And in Atlanta.
Wait, no.
That was in Greenbrier.
No. Greenbrier don't even have Macy's. I don't know what in Greenbrier.
Well, they shut that.
Greenbrier just has a lot of
independent stores, mom and pop stores.
Well, so Greenbrier is to Atlanta what 163rd Street used to be to Miami.
Yes. Exactly. Yes.
Well, 163rd used to be that.
The last time I was there,
They used to be out
a very nice hair store, and I had to go in there and get some edge control.
What, Blue Note Records?
Hey, what time y'all getting up tomorrow? Because I'll be down y'all way in the morning.
Oh, really? Gosh, Ebony, you said we had something to do tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
I'll be down at like 7 o'clock because I got to change.
I think Ebony had.
Ebony,
I got to change my O2 sensors. So
Ebony said that. What you say, really? Ebony? What we got to do?
Yeah. I told you that we had that thing.
Yep.
I heard it got canceled.
Long shot, but I got the reach. Pop lock, now I'm off the leash. Mic drop, I ain't gotta preach. I just do what comes natural. 5 star.